But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, SoFly, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. So fellas, protect your man card. Protect your manhood. Now, you just saw a video from Terrence Howard, who is a renowned actor in the industry for numerous amounts of years. He's been on everything from box office films to, TV shows, guest appearances. I mean, you name it. He's been in the industry. And been in the industry at a very young age as well, as a young man. So he's been around, he's seen. And fellas, today this video is about you protecting your manhood and your man card. Listen, at the end of the day, don't put any materialistic things over your morals and your values, because those things can always be gained or lost. But your manhood, once your manhood is given up, once your man card is gone. So we've obviously seen throughout the news with Sean Diddy Combs over the last few years, and definitely over the last few months, of instances that's, been rumored, quote unquote, even some stuff that's been documented in court files in regards to him. Now Terrence Howard mentioned Justin Bieber as being one of his victims. Obviously, we know Meek Mill has been mentioned as one of his victims, even Usher, so forth and so on. So you look at things like this and you see how these people are reacting, to losing their man card. Like he said, they turn to drugs. They try to find each and every way to fight those spirits, fight those demons, fight those things that have been put on them and those things that have been taken away from them, and they can't find anything. These people need serious therapy and prayer, because that's how deep it is to give your man card up, fellas. Listen, as a man, no amount of money I am willing to sell out to sell my manhood. Listen, I act as well, and I can relate to what Terrence was just saying in regards to, I don't even play those roles. I don't even care if the role doesn't even call for me to do a certain act. If they're asking me to even portray something as if that way, like, okay, you guys are a couple, but you're not kissing. Hey, listen, my morals and value code and my man code and my manhood, I don't get down like that. To each his own. But for me, I'm more like a Terrence Howard. I stick to what I do because I'm a man. At the end of the day, I'm a man's man. And I'm going to stick to what I do. And you fellas as well. Listen, I'm trying to show you guys, don't sell out for $1, man. It's not worth it. It's not. There is numerous amounts of examples of people in the industry. That's the reason why a lot of them are on drugs. You're like, why did they start getting on drugs when they got famous? A lot of them don't come into the industry even smoking or drinking. By the time they're middle of the way through, that's all they do. Literally, that's all they do. So you have to ask yourself, me giving up my manhood, me giving up my man card, is something to it. It's of strong value, and it is of strong value, because if you can break and take a man's manhood, you got the man. They know that. They've done that even when slavery, when they called it with buck breaking. They knew this. They already know. So you as a man, you have to stand strong. You have to stand firm, fellas, in this world, regardless. I don't care if they're asking you, hey, we'll give you an extra $50 on your check at work if you just do A, B, and C. If it don't line up with your moral code, bro, thanks but no thanks. Simple. Because you have to stand on morals, principles, and value. You have to stand on that. If you don't, listen, Malcolm X said if a man don't stand for something, he'll fall for anything. So you have to stand for something. You have to. You see the example he gave. Did he try them too? And once Terrence got whiff of what was going on from his manager, oh, we straight, we good, and don't hear from him no more. And that's the same thing these brothers could have done. Probably not so much in Justin Bieber's, sense, because he was such a child and he was so young, and maybe Usher as well. He was very young at the beginning, but Meek Mill and whoever else was rumored to be in that. Listen, brother, y'all had a choice. Y'all had an absolute choice to not go down that route, to not go down that path, to protect your manhood, because your manhood at the end of the day is all you have. Besides anything else, being a man, your manhood, your man card, that is all you have. So you got to stand on principles. You have to stand on morals and values. And if you learn nothing from this video, listen, keep your manhood intact. Stay strong, fellas. Stay strong. Keep your manhood and build and level up so you can bring up the next generation so they can know what it is to truly be a man. Hey, nevertheless, I hope this video was a blessing. Once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I'm out. Please.